Hey everybody, welcome back to Northern Line Plays The Binding of Isaac Rebirth. Good run last time, pushed the streak up to 7. Can't complain. I complain a little bit, but, you know, it would fall on deaf ears, I think. 0KT71J7L. This is going to be our requisite Isaac run, and now I'm feeling in the groove. This is recorded like literally 45 seconds after I finished the last episode. If you haven't seen that one, it was solid. It was a nice little, you know, average Isaac run. There's nothing wrong with that. It wasn't Isaac, it was Eden. I can't even remember. It was Eden, but we started with like a speed upgrade and Mom's bottle of pills. Our second room was adjacent to the item room, and we got rid of Mom's bottle of pills for Dad's key. So it like, we basically could have been any character there, and it wouldn't have mattered that much. But we started with some dynamite speed. Some very slightly above average speed. Alright. Let's see if we can start this one off on the right foot as well. Now, we did find Mom's knife in an item room. That makes me quite happy, because there's a tendency, and maybe it's, you know, observer bias or whatever, but there's a tendency, I think, to find the same item rooms, or the same value for item rooms, around the same recording sessions, or play sessions if you're not recording. You know, if you find Little Steven in an item room, I think on your next run, you're a little bit more likely to find Little Steven in an item room. That is Virgo? Virgo. And I can see forever, that's pretty good. Haven't totally forgotten the item, that's definitely a good reroll target. Haven't totally forgotten the items in just a day, or a week here. We're gonna reroll that because the secret room has one of, in my opinion at least, one of the best reroll pools in the entire game. And you saw it right there, we pretty much just picked up the ability to fly on the house. Now that might mean we get saddled with a range upgrade or something from our boss, but you get so few opportunities to actually get an item from the secret room. I think you gotta take a chance at it. And I think it's also, I'm guilty of this, but I think it's best not to settle on secret rooms. I compromise on a lot of rooms. Like if I get an item room and it's like a single tiers upgrade, hypothetically, let's say, I'm usually like, that's pretty good. Or, you know, even if I get Black Bean, I'm like, well, it's not good, but it's passive and it gives me some benefit, so I'll probably take it. However, secret rooms, if you get like Book of Secrets, obviously this is a little bit different because we have the D6, but let's say you get Bomb Bag. An item that gives you a passive benefit and can add up over the course of the game. I think it's worth re-rolling just because of all the amazing things that you can get out of there instead, you know? Transcendence. I think Skeleton Key can show up there. Black Lotus, Raw Liver, like, those are huge upgrades that you can get. And the item room pool, or sorry, the secret room pool is not that big. It's got maybe 15, 20 items in it, but it's not like you have a bad chance of getting those items. We have to explore. I'm happy to have Matchstick, by the way, but we have to explore because we have I Can See Forever, and if I forgot to get into that second secret room, that would just be very silly of me. Since we have a black card here, I'm not overly concerned about getting to the shop, buying a Spirit Heart or anything like that. That's why we got to come into this room. And yeah, I mean, that's really good. Virgo, meaning all pills will be good, even if we can't identify them, right off the bat at least. And then Transcendence, just an incredible item. Matchstick is okay, and an extra little bit of HP. Let's see what we got in our item room here. Judgments. Bean. Bean is rerollable without a doubt. The only question is whether we'll be able to reroll it. And to a large extent, that will hinge on our shop. But we'll see. For now, I'm happy. Yeah, why shoot the poop, right? Shooting the poop, all that would do is give you a chance to get a penny and make it much harder for them to hit you. Instead, let's do it the hard way and just sneak up in on them. Alright, don't give me Bob's Rotten Head. I already, like, by definition, we're on an early floor, and I really already have too many reroll targets. Boss room is already pretty much out of it. It's just a Devil Room Bean at this point. I really don't think we're going to get another charge, but I might go for the reroll on the Bean just in case it works out for us. Two of Spades. You know, we have a Judgment card, so I'm just going to pop Two of Spades right now. There's almost no way there's 6 rooms to go, I think, until the boss room. But I might be, well, 5 rooms plus the boss room, but I might be mistaken. And even if I'm not, that Holy Mantle pickup kind of vindicates me a little bit in my decision here. Pretty stellar start, pretty incredible luck, and of course remember that if you wanted to, you could go play this seed for yourself. Don't hate the player, hate the game, you know? Maybe now that there's a super hard updates to Wrath of the Lamb, Rebirth is like, you know what, I gotta be a little kinder just to give you a little bit more impetus. I don't think I even talked about it in the last episode. I talked about the update, but I didn't talk about whether or not I'm going to play it. I mean, I'm not totally sure. I'm thinking I'll probably go back and play it on like a stream or something like that, and go back. I don't know what. In the future, I'll play it on a stream or something like that, and we'll see. But it's an adjustment, man. Not to be a snob about it, but it makes my brain feel weird to play vanilla. My brain already thinks in the language of Rebirth. Even if I'm not necessarily... Oh, that's perfect. Even if I'm not necessarily a fluent speaker of Rebirth, that is what my brain thinks in when I'm playing this game. And when I play, you know, vanilla, the few times that I've played it since Rebirth has come out, it's like a language that's pretty close to your language, but the words are very different. The sound is the same. Look, I'm out of practice with my metaphors. They're not all gonna work. Ooh, that's a simile. Yo, we need to abolish the word simile, because nobody uses that outside of 10th grade English class. All similes are metaphors now, as far as I'm concerned, so shall it be written, so shall it be done. Okay. Lots of keys. Larry Jr. Not a problem in the least. Not the most effective bomb. Ah, thank you, Holy Mantle. That actually made that quite easy for me to get in there. I was a little scared, but there was no reason to be. And we'll take Old Bandage, which is fine, and we still have our reroll available here. And we'll, like, absolutely take both of these. I can understand not being thrilled about Whore of Babylon. I know there's HP back there, but it's fine. I can understand not being thrilled about Whore of Babylon, but it doesn't really matter. We can get rid of this HP in the future, or maybe a Demon Judgment. How do you like me now? Now that I've successfully predicted Demon Judgment. Also, we got Celtic Cross, so, I mean, don't pay out. Thank you. Thank you for not paying out. I need my invincibility to go away so I can actually get into the Whore of Babylon state. Oh my... This is the one time I don't want Virgo to do this. Or maybe I do, but I don't. There we go. Oh, one more. Whore of Babylon. Thank you. Now you can pay out. Oh, this is the perfect time for an invincibility. We got all good pills with Virgo. All good pills must come to a friend, you know? I can see forever. Next floor. HEMATEMESIS immediately ruins Whore of Babylon, but 2 Pretty Flies makes up for that a little bit. Alright, you know, that was fine. Of course, I'm a little disappointed that our Whore of Babylon state is gone, but I'd say that's a temporary setback for some permanent gains, you know? That double Pretty Fly pickup is awesome. Now, we're gonna have to, at some point, kill these individuals. I don't know how we're gonna do it. There's a Holy Mantle gone. Oh, we almost snuck one in there. I guarantee at some point we will kill one of these eyeless ooze guys. Oh, we got one. All right. Just had to get them all down to the ooze state first, as is typical. Did you come back as ooze? Well, yes, that makes sense, actually. I was like, how did this guy come back as ooze twice? But it's actually very sensical. Nothing there. Pretty rare that you don't get a Spirit Heart out of those 4 blue fires. Usually you get 1. I'd say, like, seriously, 75% of the time you get 1. And then, like, 15% of the time you get 2. Now I'm running the math in my head. It's like 9% of the time you get 0. 1% of the time you get more than 2. I'm not going to delineate it further than that. Look, these are just numbers that I'm pulling out of my, you know, cranial butthole, so to speak. So, you know, if you want to run the data on that, I would actually love that. I'm not worried about being proven wrong, I guess. Rather, I would love to have, you know, actual data to back it up, even if I'm not necessarily the best at remembering those, you know, facts and figures. Either way, so far so good here. Pretty easy run. Holy Mantle, Dark Bum, Whore of Babylon just waiting to break out. Transcendence for free. And hopefully, a deal with the devil that we probably don't deserve on this floor. So I can get rid of enough HP to be in the permanent Whore of Babylon state. Because the only thing we have not really improved upon is our actual DPS. Double Pretty Flies. I can't stress enough how much I like that as well. But we're going to need, please, we're going to need some kind of damage upgrade or tears upgrade or, you know, tier effect if we're going to make this one work long term. For now, it's lovely, but you never know, you know? We're already getting to the point where, I mean, we're not going too slowly, but it's taken us, like, a long time to kill enemies that we probably shouldn't be taking that long to kill. If we're going to be sticking with the I Can See Forever pill, we might as well use High Priestess at a moment where I don't forget about it. Lazarus's Rags. I'm going to re-roll it. Oh, okay, so we basically got one pretty fly there, but it could be worse. It could be Lazarus Rags. In a way, I like Lazarus's Rags, but let me explain to you why I didn't take it. We already have Whore of Babylon, an item that could theoretically become the most valuable item for us on this entire run right now. Ugh. Thanks for the great pill, Virgo. Could theoretically become the most valuable item for us on this whole run. It only works for us if we're at a half-heart interval. Lazarus's Rags could bring us back from the dead. I don't think we really want that. Lazarus's Rags can bring us back. Oh, we do want that because of Dark Bomb, right? Lazarus's Rags can bring us back from the dead, but it would bring us back with 1 HP, which would make it very difficult, especially if we were on like the womb, for us to get down to a half HP. I don't know how we would do it. We'd have to, you know, trade our life away in the deal with the devil, which might not be possible. So, you know, it's probably a confusing way of explaining what is a very simple concept. The concept is just Lazarus's Rag, if we respawn with it, puts us in a situation where it's pretty much impossible to use Whore of Babylon right away. It doesn't fully nullify Whore of Babylon, but it makes it much trickier to actually get it done. I would give up, you know, all hope of getting Boss Rush, by the way. It's just not in the cards for us on this run with the fact that we haven't snowballed really yet. 1 red heart, that's for you. I appreciate the spirit heart nonetheless, but a little bit incredulous of the payout there. I can't believe we've only done 1 room. I also can't believe it's taking 5 hits each to murder these ding-dongs. With Holy Mantle, I would actually just be thrilled if we got Pestilence here. Don't let me stop you. You know, I have a full suite of orbitals. If you want to give me a cube of meat, though, that would be a very nice thing, I think. Yeah, that worked pretty well. As long as we can crowd control a couple of them, makes it easy enough. We got 2 bombs left anyway. We don't have a charge right away, though, so instead of fighting the boss... Ooh, this is the first floor, so instead of fighting a boss, we're gonna just make our move down here. And I really doubt we'll be able to get another full charge. Hopefully we'll just get something we want from the boss, but, you know, that's the price I pay to reroll Lazarus Rags, and I don't know if it was actually worth the reroll if it costs us a reroll on a deal with the devil. Now, mind you, we're probably not likely to get a deal with the devil because we had one on our last floor. Oh well. Could have blown up the beggar, maybe gotten a better chance. So here I was thinking, I mean, we don't really need PhD. I was thinking we'd buy a charge, but we don't have one. So instead, I'm thinking we blow this up, hopefully get enough money, and that is enough money, to get the 5 cents on our next floor, spawn an arcade, find ourselves in the Whore of Babylon state. Ipso facto, we finally have a damage upgrade, even if we don't get one right here. On Gertie, which is going to be an exceptionally long and tedious fight, which is why I chose to pop that bomb right off the bat. This is going to be real long and annoying. How do we win the Gertie fight? Well, it's pretty much just a matter of patience. Oh, we've been walking the streets at night, just trying to get it right against Gertie. Whoa, yeah, against Gertie. That's Guns N' Roses. You probably knew that already. I didn't write that song. That was Axl Rose. Great name. Axel with no E. Huh, what name can I put on your drink? That's Axel! With no E. What? Nick Van Exel's here? Anyway. If we could just, you know, perhaps get some impetus to talk about something else during this Gertie fight, I would love it, but instead we're not going to. You know, this might be one of the situations, there goes Holy Mantle, but this might be one of the situations where we want to actually stand behind Gertie to get the job done, because it'll mostly insulate us from the ill effects of those turrets, mostly. Then we don't have to deal with them until after the fight's actually over, which is good because, you know, Gertie will kill some of them itself, saving me a little bit of trouble in the meantime. There we go. So this, man, this has been like an 8-minute floor. It's not a bad run at all. It's just a very, very defensively minded run, to put it in the nicest terms that I possibly can muster. And that's fine, man, as long as, you know, if we get our defense sorted early, it's all good as long as the offense comes later, and there's a decent chance of that. This is a little ridiculous. Hey, Jesus Juice, it's something. My thinking is do not pick up the red heart. What do I want the red heart for? I can play a blood bank a little bit more? I don't want to play the blood bank more. I just want it to pay out. With Holy Mantle, we can totally go to the curse room right away, of course. Yeah, that's pretty much what I was hoping for. Got 2 keys out of it. I mean, I wasn't hoping for 2 keys. I was hoping for a little bit more, but still. Yeah, it's pretty poor curse room, all things considered, now that I look at it, but that's alright. We got Jesus Juice. You know, the less damage you do, the more each damage upgrade means. So that 1 Jesus Juice pickup is actually pretty stellar. I'm feeling good. We'll HEMATEMESIS it up right away just to give Dark Bum a chance to pay out, and also, that's fine. Also, it lowers our HP, so if we actually do find a blood bank, there's less of a chance of it paying out before us reaching our goal. Holy Mantle's gone here, and I almost got hit again. Mind you, we're lucky in that we can pretty much afford to absorb a little bit of damage. It doesn't really matter all that much. We will check out this double key room. Could be exactly what I need to kick this run into the next level. Right now, it's a great run. We've gotten exceptionally lucky, but all that luck has been contained within pretty much the exact same category of defense. Maybe we can get like a 5. Oh, there's a key beggar. Fantastic. Why didn't I use this earlier? Should have used it right away. That's alright. Shit happens. Seriously, I can't stress enough. Fuck the guppy items right now. You know what's a conservative but like ideal pickup for me in a deal with the devil? Sacrificial Dagger. Give me Sacrificial Dagger, man. Of course, there are better items than Sacrificial Dagger, but if you gave me that, I'm not gonna complain. We don't need either of those. Stop trying to tell me the freaking Pretty Fly pill makes your flies larger without proof, and the proof better not just be a link to the wiki, because there's contention right now, you know? The wiki says one thing, the consensus says another. The wiki is not God, always. A lot of research and rigor goes into actually making it as, you know, verifiable as possible. But it's not indisputable. Let's see what we got going on in here. The Fallen. You know, a broken record, but this is our perfect situation for this floor. An amazing chance at a deal with the devil and a guaranteed deal with the devil item. The only thing that sucks is that if our deal with the... Oh, this is like, talk about quality problems. My filet mignon is too good. I can't eat it all. The portion size is too big. And what a discount, too. But if our deal with the devil is awesome, so we don't want to use our reroll there, but our deal with the devil item from the Fallen is not that good, if we reroll it, it will just become an item from the vanilla boss pool, which is, like, not necessarily bad, but it would be nice if it was still in the same pool. Again, it's pretty minor, all things considered. Still haven't even lost Holy Mantle on this one yet, so I'm feeling real good. There we go. Holy Mantle is now gone. I can't believe how close we kept these guys in terms of their HP. They were like 3 hits away from one another. Okay, ABADDON is like really solid. In addition to ABADDON, we will take Contract from Below. We should take all the items, but I want to make sure they're useful for us, so I don't think these are that good. I'm going to reroll both of these, and Spirit of the Night will do nothing for us, except give us Spectral Tears, but we might as well take it. Book of Sin will pretty much literally do nothing for us unless we get a battery. Blackheart is actually still good, and this is amazing. Even though we didn't get 2 killer items there, the ABADDON pickup does put us in the Whore of Babylon state, so this should really open a lot of doors for us, even if our DPS is still kind of below what I'd expect. Well, actually, those shots are doing a lot of damage, but our rate of fire is awful. But I can't complain. So let's take inventory. We got Contract from Below, basically Ouija board, and ABADDON. Yeah, okay, it's good. And then the fringe benefit of that is that it also put us in the Whore of Babylon state permanently, unless we pick up HP, like an HP upgrade, which we can often avoid, but won't always have the ability to do. So it's good, you know? I can't act like this is not good. At all. But I will stress that still not necessarily balling out of control with respect to our DPS. Like, this is not a complete certainty that it's a 1-run yet, even though it looks amazing. We're just lacking a certain, you know, little oomph at the end. Help us do some damage. A Cricket's Head, a Magic Mushroom, Death's Touch, anything like that would really sort it. Not that I'm going to be greedy about it, but you get the idea. If you're going to ask me for analysis on the run, you know, it's a great run right now. Still a little slow, but, you know, if we're not going to get one of those spectacular items, let's get another spectacular item. Like Sagittarius would be amazing. Our speed, we could use the speed upgrade, but mostly, of course, it's the piercing shot. That would really help us out, as our damage is already good. Of course, you know, Polyphemus as well. Or other piercing shots, for that matter, but I'm very happy with this right now. There's our secret room. So we actually didn't need to spend anything to get into our curse room. Oh wait, we didn't spend anything anyway because we have Holy Mantle. Free access into our shop. And you know what? Yeah, I'll buy this. I'll buy the treasure map. Now we have a little bit of mapping, something that, although the last run was quite strong, we were lacking some mapping and I was complaining about it. So this, if nothing else, takes away, it was a free cost, basically. Cost us our trinket, but a free cost for no ability to complain. I'll take it. Of course, Telepathy for Dummies is not very good, but it does give us a reroll opportunity and takes another book out of the equation, so that plus Book of Sin are now gone. I don't really need that, but thank you. Alright, this will be our last room that we go to, probably. I say that because we're not going to get another reroll, and we know that there's no special rooms here. I really thought we had a chance of getting a mushroom payout there, but oh well. Proud of myself for even trying. And that's like real bad. We don't want that at all. And there's no charge in here. Hey, a neutron walks into a bar and orders a beer. The bartender gives him a beer. The neutron says how much, and he says, for you, sir, no charge. Because you're a neutron, and neutrons have no charge. Anyway, let's get the fudge out of here. We didn't find our second secret room. You know who my favorite rapper is? Big Whoop. We're going to move it on here. Curse of the Blind. This is actually very dangerous. Because we could pick up HP by accident. And that's just, you know, Whore of Babylon turns everything on its head. We don't want HP, even though HP is normally good. So, in our item room, I'll take the risk, you know. We're very, well, not very, but we're pretty unlikely to get an HP upgrade from our item room. If our boss can pay out with anything in the vanilla pool, like if it's not Gish, for example, or it's not Chad, I should say, then I probably will not take the boss item, actually. And instead, I'll just go straight to the deal with the devil, if there is one. And I'll take whatever there is there, because our HP is great, we got Dark Bum, and if we lose 3 Spirit Hearts, it's no skin off our scrot, basically. But, I really don't want to take 1 HP and potentially fuck myself here. So, 2 Spirit Hearts. Again, we're living in Rand McNally right now, where, people wear shoes on their hands and hamburgers eat people. We don't want those Spirit Hearts, because we already have too many. But after a deal with the devil, we might reconsider our hubristical approach to this. And more keys I will always take. Man, there are a lot of dead ends in this section of the game. I guess all of our special rooms are clustered near the end. This is usually pretty not good if you're rolling with the D6. We won't have as much choice in the matter as I'd like. We really... You know, can't really rely on our shops either. We have, man, that's still a dead end. That's crazy. We have not encountered greed, so greed could show up, but we haven't really bought anything except for the map. And the only reason we were even able to buy the map was because of a lucky. Wait, I didn't even pick that up. They looked so close. I thought I had because of a lucky credit card pickup, or sorry, store credit. Different items, similar but different. Okay. I will take the item room. It's teleport. That's bad. So we'll up our risk by trying again. Got guillotine. I could like it. I have no idea where our body is at this point, but thank you for not being HP. Yeah, I'm a little confused about where our hitbox is, but that's okay. Now we have an orbital. And I've lost my Holy Mantle effect, apparently. Which makes sense. I mean, I know I have a hitbox somewhere. I just don't know where it is. I guess it's in the middle of those pretty flies. Some weird synergy here. That's gonna make it a little tricky. I mean, it's no Isaac's Heart level of bullshit, but it's strange. Excuse me. There we go. Yeah, we gotta kind of imagine our body is the freaking Halo of Flies section there. It's actually, oh, that was dumb. It's actually a good approximation to make, because I can now choose where to put my head to have a pretty good chance of actually hurting the enemies. I don't really care about the fact that we got hit there. And that's not just like me complaining about it. Rather, it's actually just probably irrelevant. Alright. There's enough dead ends that we don't need there to be a battery charge here, but since there is, I'm going to take it. And I realized that was actually probably not necessary now that I look at the number of rooms left. But whatever, 5 cents down the drain. It's not the end of the world. Really, really hoping for a deal with the devil on this one. Low-key. So we're, just to be safe, and we could be missing out here. Don't get me wrong. But just to be safe, I'm not going to pick up the item that Loki drops. Unless somehow we get Black Candle, randomly, and break the curse. Because I really can't afford for it to be HP. Especially if there's no deal with the devil, but possibly in either situation. So, we're just gonna be content with our existing setup, and we're gonna head down to the next floor, and we're gonna not worry too much about the fact that we didn't pick anything up there. That is totally fine. Depths 2. It's probably worth fighting for. The judgment setup here is pretty good. There we go. We got invincibility. Oh, maybe we don't have invincibility. I'm trying to get invincibility here, Virgo. Work with me. We can afford to lose these hearts for now, even though I'd rather not. Burkano, yeah? There's nothing wrong with that at all. Yo, where's my Virgo payouts, though? Okay. Oh, there we go. Okay, the sun card. We'll use that on probably the boss trap room. There we go. That was well worth it, I think, actually. Yeah, we'll use this on this room to maybe hurt or kill an enemy. Not really necessary to use it on that guy, but whatever. Oh, HEMATEMESIS is a great opportunity for Dark Bum to help us get our HP back. I'm pretty excited that we got growth hormones there, though. Your bomb fly came through in the clutch for you right there, man. Alright, Monstro 2. How do we handle Monstro 2? Well, my assumption is that we just attack it. And that might sound obvious, but I wanted to reiterate it because I keep trying to, like, jump in and use my, guillotine to do something special like that right there. And it always costs me Holy Mantle. And if that's, like, at the end of the room, that's fine, man. At the start of the room, though, it causes some problems. Our damage is still not quite where I'd want it to be. I'll say it. I would love it if our damage was a little bit better. Not to be ungrateful about the advantages we've had thus far, but, buff us up a little bit. Mark, Pact, Cricket's Head, I don't mind. I won't tell anybody. You could be nice to me, game. It'll be like a Nicholas Sparks novel, which I've never read, but they're all, we all know what happens. Just a Taylor Swift song in reverse. Right, we can fly. The guillotine pickup is very strange. But as long as these guys continue to drop hearts, and Dark Bum continues to function as expected, I am not going to complain. This is only... Oh, this is Depths 2. Okay, so I thought it was Depths 1. Maybe it's just a testament to how much damage we were doing on our last run, that this run is so much slower. Or maybe it's a testament to the fact that we fucking haven't gotten a single Tears upgrade all game. That could be part of it as well. I'm just, spitballing here, just theory crafting some potential reasons this run could be better. And I know, the first thing you need to know about me is I'm a hypocrite when I play Isaac, at least. So, even though I was just like, we're not going to use the guillotine to do damage as an orbital. We're going to use the guillotine to do damage as an orbital. Because my damage as is right now is not something I'm very pleased with. So if I can sacrifice Holy Mantle, not the item itself, but the effect on that room, to do a little extra damage a little faster, I'm on that shit like bread on the top of a fucking club sandwich. There is not a question of my degree of on. Well, that was a fantastic use of a key. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I like this a lot, actually. I didn't really want to do that, but I like this. Blue Baby's Only Friend, I think, is a great item. And it's a great item to carry you when your damage is not that fantastic. Is it better or worse than our existing tiers? I think it does less damage, but it does less damage faster, which is a very confusing way of saying I think sustained fire from Blue Baby's Only Friend is easier to maintain, And we can also just do, like, the cheapest shit of all time. And let's take a charge and a Spirit Heart just to save ourselves some time here. We can just leave this on top of enemies very, very easily. And we can hide out wherever we freaking please. And, you know, it's going to make our life... Oh, that was really dumb. It's going to make our life a lot simpler. Fool card doesn't do much for us in this situation. If we get an awesome tier effect, I will stop using Blue Baby's Only Friend. But for now, I'm just going to use this as like a pretty mid-range Ludovico technique tier, which is totally fine as far as I'm concerned. We're going to have to do some damage, like, natively on this fight, which is fine. It's very hard to conceptualize where everything is here. I'm just going to focus on attacking here. Alright? I'm going to focus on using my actual tiers to do damage. And if it's a war of attrition, it's a war of attrition, you know? There we go. Do some actual damage to Mom. One thing we can do is, like, set up a tier, like, right down here, and then only shoot down. Like, always put ourselves in a position where we're shooting down, and then anytime that side of Mom pops up, it'll do a decent amount of damage. It's a little bit more low maintenance than having to worry about moving all the time. Of course, we actually need that to be a section where the enemy pops up, which has not happened thus far. One day, though, I'm telling you, man, when it works. There we go. Look at that. That was pretty solid damage. You don't need to do that too many times to have it work out for you. And we gotta hold down, basically. Like, that's what helps this function. Kind of a gimmicky way of doing this fight. There we go. There we go. That's another good one right there. One more of those and we'll be done. And we're done. Okay, we did get a deal with the devil. So we'll take this. Eventually, we'll take that. And, I don't know, best we can really hope for here is some guppy stuff. Got Holy Mantle, I'm not sure why I was so afraid. We'll take the Spirit Heart, but you gotta admit, that's a little bit of a shit payout relative to what we'd be hoping for, but hey, the Blue Baby's Only Friend pickup is nice. It was worth the reroll. It saves us some trouble. Boss room, you gotta be looking at, like, bottom right here. There's just no way around it. Actually, it might be bottom left, that's what I mean. You know, here's how you remember left and right if you're getting confused. You hold up your left hand and your forefinger and thumb make an L together. And, you know, the other one is right. It's not an elegant way to do it. But if you're still having issues this late in life, I can help you out there. Look, dude. My shot speed is not high enough to engage in this malarkey with you. Range up. Doesn't really help us too much. Pretty fly doesn't help us at all, but that's okay. That's, you know, it only doesn't help us at all now because it's already helped us so much to begin with. Oh, I make so much money on social assistance that I don't qualify for social assistance anymore. That actually might be a genuine problem that I'm making, like, extreme light of here, and I apologize for that. This is probably a room that we are going to actually use tiers on. These enemies are a little bit more asshole-ish and much more mobile, which is not going to fit in with Blue Baby's Only Friend style of play here. Still, you know, what we lack in, like, absolute damage output, we make up for, not only in defense, which is stellar right now, but in, let's try this. But in, utility. We have two different kinds of shots that each serve their own purpose. I'm not even gonna let you get that. We already have so many Spirit Hearts, you know, who are we trying to impress here? Had a feeling we might find our secret room back here, and that's, just enough money to not care about. Still got this Fool card for some unknown reason. Really hoping that there was like a library, but oh well. A Book of Belial pickup right now would be nice. I would probably give up the D6 to make it happen. Why? Well, I mean, temporarily at least to deal with the devil would be potentially a huge get for us, but also, I think I just need damage, to be honest with you. I might not even need damage because our defense is so good, but given the choice between those two attributes, I will always take offense over defense. Might as well just finish him off with tears here. Yeah, I mean, maybe we'll get Guppy's Tail or something. We always want more keys unless we're at 99. Should be very easy for us. We can goad him into popping up, and we're pretty much invincible over top of these rocks, I think. Okay. I would still love an offensive orbital, even though I am an offensive orbital, effectively. This should be a super easy fight. Also, piercing tears, man. I know it's not going to happen until the chest probably now, but piercing tears would really help out you know, if our rate of fire is low, we gotta make each tier count, and this would very much help out there. That's dumb damage, but again, we got so many spirit hearts. What do we care? It's a speed upgrade and Krampus. Yo, dog, lump of coal is fine here. I will take it. It is effectively a damage upgrade. And if you give me Krampus's head, we're all cool as long as it rerolls into something immediately useful. Okay. It's extra damage. How can I complain? And we'll take our speed upgrade. If you looked at this run on paper, you'd be like, Horror Babylon, Abaddon. There's no problems, and there's not really a Horror Babylon, Abaddon, Holy Mantle, Dark Bum, you know, etc., etc. And there really aren't any problems. I'm just being a dickhead. I started that with, like, I'm gonna complain self-righteously, and ended with, like, I convinced myself that this run was great. And it is. I mean, the chances of losing are low, but it's also the kind of run where it's like, you know, I can't die, but I'm not really, like... It's like the difference between the gun battles in the Matrix and just, like, shooting a dude in the chest. I'm not doing sweet-ass backflips while I win this run, you know? I'm just kind of winning the run. I want to do some sweet-ass backflips. That's okay, though. It happens. At this point, I don't even think we need to open red chests, to be honest with you. What benefit are we hoping to get from red chests? We're not going to get 3 guppy items, in all likelihood. Gotta keep looking for tinted rocks. See if we can get a small rock. That's okay. Now, in all likelihood, the boss fight... Oh, that's gotta be the last one. In all likelihood, the boss fight is not going to be to our direct left right now. But, since we're here, might as well check it out, see if we can get a little lucky. Who knows, maybe it's just a special dead end. It's neither. That's okay. Are we really gonna... Yes, I'm not even gonna... Because it's a rhetorical question that's very self-serving. Are we going to use Blue Baby's only friend to kill Isaac? Probably. The Blue Baby's only friend and our tears. What are you doing? Walking on sunshine here. But then on the chest, we might be able to get buffed up a little bit. And even if we don't, we'll still win. It'll just take a while. We're at this weird, you know, equilibrium. Not even equilibrium, but just like point in the run where I'm like, you know what would be great here? A devil card. And it's the truth, man. A devil card would really make me a happy camper right now. I don't really need you to pick that up. I'd almost rather you didn't. Might as well open these, because I know I said we don't need to open red chests, but if we're opening them for free, why not? It's just the mob and boss trap rooms where I'm like, what do I need a red chest for at this point? Anything? No, Bueller? Alright. A little harder to hit enemies with the guillotine, but it's not a big deal. I think I took damage there. Another thing is it's kind of hard to tell when you take damage with Holy Mantle with guillotine active as well, but, you know. Is anyone crying for me? Oh, Holy Mantle, Transcendence. I got Holy Mantle and Transcendence for free. My life's so hard. I think Lucky Toe beats Missing Page 2, largely because I don't know what Missing Page 2 really does. But I know that Lucky Toe, in some way, enhances our luck. Obviously, I have a rudimentary knowledge of both of these. Alright, so Mom's Heart is actually pretty easy to take out with Blue Baby's only friend, which is nice for us because it turns it into basically just like a dodge fest. And we can get in our occasional shots as well. Just gotta kind of like, you know, cycle back and forth. I'm not gonna say that this is gonna be like the fastest way ever to deal with this, but it's not so bad. At this point, you can probably assume that most of the enemies that Mom spawns will be killed by Mom. That would... Now I feel bad for complaining, because that looked pretty easy. I'm still hoping for anything that gives us, you know, better tier effects, or tiers in general on the chest, but maybe we shouldn't be focusing on that. Maybe we should be focusing on, you know, just getting there to begin with. So this is the real benefit of the combination we have right now, is that if there's enemies that are not mobile, we can go hit them with tears. That's not a problem. If there's enemies that are annoying as shit and bounce around the screen, like, I don't know, maybe the enemies we just murdered, we can just hang out over a rock, assuming one exists, and then basically not have any risk at all to take damage, which is amazing. And Blue Baby's only friend can handle the rest of that shit. You know, we're not coming back here, so you pretty much just signed your own warrant for living in purgatory for the rest of your freaking life there. I do like the idea of giving these guys, like, fear, so they never move. Right now, they're proving to be kind of annoying. They both got to be pretty close. There we go. And once you're kind of paralyzed with fear here, you are not going to go anywhere. Yeah, I mean, I'm calling this a one run. I have been for a while, but it's becoming a little bit more apparent now, I think. Trying to, like, dodge over the same spot to make it as easy as possible. It's a little bit more apparent now. The enemies here, again, we're not going to be breaking any land speed records, but they can't hit us. And if they do, Dark Bum is waiting to pay out with, like, a lot of good stuff. Might as well take all the consumables. A room like this is, you know, I don't want to be destructive here, but the room like this is kind of a joke at this point. It's a very versatile run. That's the best thing I can say about it. We got the weird orbital damage. We got okay tier damage. We got the Blue Baby's only friend and the incredible defense to, you know, back up a super cowardly approach to the fight. It's all good. High Priestess card is fantastic right now. I will take Bob's Brain. Bob's Brain, there's a couple of different factors that were going on in my head when I made that decision. One is that our damage is not good. We're probably above the D threshold, so to speak. I think the D threshold is an antiquated method. The D threshold is just a tool, man. It's not a solution. The D threshold gives us a barometer for whether or not we should take Bob's Brain. But I think we're above that. That doesn't mean we shouldn't take it. I think we should take it because it makes it easier to kill enemies. And we're, you know, rocking Holy Mantle ourselves anyway. Plus, considering we can just hide the fuck out wherever we want, Bob's Brain a lot less likely to come back and hit us because we can do long-range shots from afar. But this is like the slowest guaranteed one run I think I've had in quite some time. These guys are probably a little bit more easy to take out with Tears and the BB. Are you kidding me? That one missed? That's my own fault. I'm saying, are you kidding me to myself, but come on. Still like 6 more rooms to go until we find our boss fight against Isaac. Probably a fight where I'll do the same thing I did against Mom's Heart. Just leave Blue Baby's only friend in the middle there, and we'll get in the shots occasionally when we can. The longer we go without using Holy Mantle, the better our life will be. I'm not going to reroll Bob's Rotten Head because we're so close to being on the chest. I don't want to do any more rooms on the cathedral than we have to. Let's just get off this floor as soon as we freaking can. We're due for a random run next. It's nice to come back in the middle of a streak and just kind of seamlessly reintegrate into it. I'm having a good time with it at least. Yeah, there definitely wouldn't have been enough to get a charge. Yeah, okay, I'll take the tick. I very rarely make the decision to actively take the tick. Usually it happens by accident. Not that there's anything wrong with that. Sometimes it still works out in your favor. But, yeah, here, if it slows or it speeds up our boss fights, I got nothing against it. And what we really want to do here is get through this phase and get to an area where we can start using Tears. Sort it out. You got to be leaving this phase soon. There we go, okay. Now probably begins the longer part of the fight because we don't have any High Priestess cards anymore. But anytime this guy is in the corner, our life is going to be easy. What I want to avoid is doing the thing where I'm like half Blue Baby's only friend, half Tears. Because I think that gives you like the worst of both worlds. You know, consistent damage is going to be what's going to help us get through this in a somewhat timely fashion. Not that we're really going for a speed run or anything like that at this point, I guess. And of course, immediately I'm using the worst of both worlds, but oh well. Bob's Brain shots are on point. We may still have Holy Mantle, I can't really tell. It doesn't really matter. We're doing so well on HP. Come on, come on, come on. Bob's Brain, this is your time. You killed Mega Satan last time. Are you kidding me? I can't get that final shot in there? There we go. Alright. Please, chest, be a little... Not that the game... I hate to sound so impolite, but not that the game's been unkind, but work with me just a little bit more. You can do it. I believe in you. Okay. Yes. This is one of the items we asked for. And Mulligan will help out a ton. The other two are going to get rerolled. We don't want the HP or Mr. Boom, but you've already been so kind to us. I appreciate it. Yeah, that was pretty good. And I don't expect our flies to really be killing it here. But any extra damage is great. Am I crazy, or have we sincerely only had 0 Tears upgrades? That's a very awkward way of phrasing that sentence. We've only had 0 tiers upgrades over the course of the whole run. That's crazy. That very, very rarely happens. And I feel justified in complaining somewhat. I'm just testing out different methods here, seeing what is probably our best option. Doesn't matter to me either way. It seems like it's... If there's a lot of enemies, we're probably better off going for piercing shots if they're, you know, in a row. If there's not very many enemies, we're probably better off doing things this way. I don't know, man. What do you think? Boss fight, like, through this big room on the left? It's kind of a weird layout for a floor. Okay, land that one. That's perfect. And now, all we gotta do is exactly what we're doing right here. Keep both of the things on the haunt at the same time. Not that that's set to be a hard fight. That is our boss room. Yeah, man, that was a weird-looking layout there. It just looked like it looped around, and I got lucky enough to find out that it actually did. So what does our method become now? Pretty much we stand, or we fly around and leave Bob's brain in one position. Or sorry, Bob's rotten head. Sorry, Blue Baby's only friend. In doing so, we will ritualistically kill all of these enemies, one by one. Oh my god, Kate, what's up? Okay. Thank you. Absolutely. Thank you. This one, we still have War left. He was starting from the very outer edge there. It's a little scary. We've won. Let's just call it as we see it right now. This is not going to be a losable run for us in any realistic context. So let's just leave Blue Baby's friend there, and we'll fire in Bob's brain shots when we can. And that should sort it. Forgot those flies don't become my friends. Now we can start doing some guillotine action, and, you know, with the Polaroid, we'll get a huge invincibility. Same with Virgo, for that matter. There we go. Finally lost it. It's very nice to have the freedom to end the fight in this fashion now, to actually be able to do our maximum damage. But anyway, thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. If you did, click the like button. It helps out a great deal. And, of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. But for now, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.